we are where we've got humans coming in, experiencing whatever our platform is. Just like if they walked into your store, there's a virtual representation of your store or your office or whatever it is. And yet they're humans and that brain is in play. But here's the problem. The trap is being too logical and too consumed with the analytics and the data, where it takes you into an anti-human mindset.
Yeah.
You could be actually leading or misleading the expectations of the data and totally overlook what this human with a brain and a name and a hopes and dreams and a family is needing from you in that moment.
Yeah. It's funny as you say that, but I actually find that to be even far more the province of the big company. The large company tends to lose track of who their consumer is. They tend to lose track of that part of the equation. They've become the 800-pound gorilla more often than not, to the point of just basically saying, here's my thing, take it or not, because they've graduated to a point that conversion at a much smaller level still makes their business roll. They can think about bigger, broader things that way. I tend to find that small businesses that at least have gotten to a point of past sole proprietorship, even when you're getting into that 5 or 10 range, 9 times out of 10, those are the folks that really understand their consumer and they really understand their consumer base. They may not know how to have that conversation with them. That's a very different animal, right? But they know them. They know what they're looking for. They know who their core audience is. Sometimes it's that 20 to 50, it's that 20 to 100 that gets to be a challenge, because you know who your core audience is, but they're only big enough to get you to, now I need 20 bodies to run this. If you want to be a business that needs 100 bodies to run it, sometimes you've got to go out and then find those other audiences who need your offering and just don't know it yet. And that's where it gets, that's where all this comes in,
I would argue there's this tipping point in an organization when it gets a certain size. It stops seeing the people that are buying their products or appreciating what they do or really drawn to them. It stops seeing them as humans and starts to put this consumer costume on it, which covers their face. And so it makes them faceless, nameless. Credit, they have credit cards. How are we going to exploit this potential consumer? And that's where it gets off the rails. And I think that's where marketing is broken.
I couldn't agree more. I think so many times in that particular aspect, as you start really rooting around for, how do I squeeze one more dime out of this consumer? How do I get one more something, one more month subscription, out of this consumer? Part of the reason that I was happy to step out and start moving into being able to do this as a consultative effort is because you find yourself in too many conversations with too many C-level folks and legal concerns saying, how close to this line can we actually get in our conversation? And once you're thinking in that regard, I think you've lost sight of your consumer, basically. To exactly your point, I think you said it really well. You've pulled this mask over them, and it doesn't just change your relationship with them from how much you know them. It changes your relationship with them from how you think of them. They're not that human being anymore. They're just the person that you're just squeezing that one more little drop of blood out of. And I'll tell you, the folks that I think are always doing it best are the ones that are not that short-sighted, are the ones that understand that this has to be a mutually beneficial something between us for it to be long-lasting, for it to be something that long-term you have faith and trust in me. So.
Hey, thanks for watching these golden nuggets. And as a reward, I got another big fat golden nugget just for you. I wrote this book for you to help you get your act together online so you can grow your business better. You're searching, you want to learn. This is a great book. Grab the book, grow your business.
Amazing, right?